A lot of us are thinking about our parents and our grandparents. These are people in their 70s and 80s. What's the reality, John? Are they going to have to be locked down for 9 months?
Well, the current guidelines is for the next 11 or 12 weeks. So the answer to that is it depends. For the next 11 or 12 weeks, the answer is definitely yes. That's clearly government instructions. It's basically mandated by the government that now. We don't have a choice in that. Now, whether that can be lifted depends on the level of community, how much virus is present in the community and how much community spread there is. What my big hope is, in 11 or 12 weeks' time, I'm hoping we have a massive testing facility. That means we can identify every infected person, isolate them, quarantine their contacts, and declare some people safe. In that case, when we've got the infected people neatly tucked away, like they did in South Korea and quarantined, then it would be safe to lift the guarding, as it's called, for more vulnerable groups. So my big hope is that there's less community spread in 11 or 12 weeks' time. We have extensive testing in 11 or 12 weeks' time, and we can liberate our parents again. My parents are both completely confined now. I don't go in the house anymore, just drop food off at the front door.
Wow. And how are their spirits?
Both well into their 80s, so both very high risk.
Okay. Are they maintaining spirits in that scenario?
Sorry, say that again, Brian.
Are they maintaining their spirits in that scenario?
Yeah, they're not too bad, actually. I mean, as people get older, they spend more time in the house anyway.
True.
But and of course we talk on the phone, and my dad doesn't talk much anyway, but my mum's got a wide social network, so she talks to people on the phone a lot. I've been trying to teach her to use the internet without too much success. But she spends quite a lot of time on the phone. So yeah, they understand. As long as people understand, I think, they're happy to go along with it, because the alternative is not being here in a few months' time, potentially. It's serious stakes, Brian, serious stuff.
It is. I mean, John, just want to get your final thoughts, and if there's anything we didn't talk about, and then also just final thoughts to anybody who's been watching us, listening to us. What are some key things that they can just have on the front of their minds when dealing with this pandemic for the next few days, few weeks?
Separate yourselves from other people. If your friends say, come round for a cup of tea, I'm feeling fine, let's have a drink, say no. If your friends say, can I come round for a beer on Friday night like I normally do? Honestly, I haven't been infected, I haven't been anywhere near the disease. The answer is no. We have to change social norms. Obviously, hugging, kissing, shaking hands, completely out of the question for the foreseeable future. We have to be meticulous with our hand hygiene after we've been out. We have to think about contaminated clothes and surfaces. I'm trying to leave my outside shoes outside the house now and just come in without shoes on. Thoroughly washing of the hands, proper clinical washing of the hands, like you've got lots of videos on that now. Meticulous hygiene. And also, if you have to use a public toilet, be particularly meticulous with hygiene there. I know we shouldn't be out now, but there is evidence that this disease can spread in feces and possibly in urine as well. So public toilets could be particularly contaminated places, and avoid all crowded places where we can get direct droplet transmission. We have to remember that this virus can only reproduce inside human cells. And the only way it's going to get into an uninfected person's human cells if we are exposed to the virus. If we are physically separated by space and cleanliness from that virus, we won't get it. And that will break the chain of transmission, and the R0 will go down below 1, and the number of cases will start to recede. But this is for everyone. So we're not saying, I'll just behave normally while I'm waiting for the scientists to make a vaccine. No, absolutely everyone in the world is intrinsically involved in this fight against the virus. They have to be. This is for everyone. Anyone watching this, you're involved.
And lastly, John, how do you keep your mental space where it needs to be? Are you trying to tell people to stay optimistic, to, in the classic English sense, to keep calm and carry on? Because that's a big factor, right?
Yeah, I feel we have to be honest with people. The time where we hid a cancer diagnosis from patients are long gone. If patients get a bad diagnosis in modern healthcare, we tell them that they're an adult, they have to deal with this information in the way that is best for them and their families. So I feel we have to be honest about it and not humour people. Not scaremongering is the worst thing in the world, but minimising the risk is also pretty bad as well. So we have to be honest. We have to be objective. We have to be as research based as we can be, and we have to maintain our rationality as much as we can. Does it get to you sometimes? Of course it does. I mean, this morning I learned in Madrid they were keeping bodies in ice rinks, and for some reason that just kind of got to me. The fact that they'll just be laying the bodies in the ice so they've got time to bury them. It's, odd things sort of get through to you, and it can be pretty. It can be quite emotional, but we're as human beings. I really believe that we are at our most useful when we are informed and when we're being rational, and that's what we have to strive to maintain. That, I believe, but part of that is being meticulously honest with people.